Hey guys, it's Dr. Manny. In this video, we're going to talk about sugar consumption, and I'm going to talk about 5 huge consequences of consuming sugar on a daily basis. All right, as always, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you ring the bell so that you're notified each time we release a new video with tips, tools, and strategies that you can implement to optimize your health. Okay, let's get into it. All right, guys, let's get into it. So, we're talking about sugar today. 5 reasons. I'm going to give you 5 huge reasons and consequences of sugar consumption. And I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you should take your sugar consumption from here down to here. All right, real quick, you guys, before we get into the content, did you know today the average American is consuming 152 pounds per year? 152 pounds of sugar per year. Did you know that? If yes, put a yes in the comments section below. If no, put a no below. I'm always curious, okay? So 5 reasons, all right? By the way, you guys, no particular order, all right? I'm gonna talk about cancer, I'm gonna talk about inflammation, I'm gonna talk about aging, in no particular order. I'm not saying one is better than the other, all right? So I'm gonna go right in order. First reason why you should cut back on sugar is aging. It ages you faster, dehydrates your skin, more wrinkles, dark circles. You can see this is right straight out of my book, right? The Manny Method. Dark wrinkles, right? People can tell the difference. There's been studies that show that when your blood sugar is higher, it ages you. When people look at you, you can tell who is consuming more sugar versus those who are not, right? So number 1, it ages you faster. Okay, so the second reason is type 2 diabetes, right? It's epidemic. I mean, quick Google search, and you're gonna find that there's 1.5 million searches per month in terms of diabetes and diabetics and cures and treatments. It is epidemic. CDC right now shows there's over 100 million Americans suffering with either diabetes or they're pre-diabetic. So there's 30 million Americans that have full-blown diabetes, right? But then there's another 80 million that are borderline. They're pre-diabetic, which means if within 5 years, if you don't change your ways, if you don't get the help that you need, within 5 years, that pre-diabetes becomes diabetes. Now you're diabetic. That's gonna put a huge burden on the healthcare system. So we have to change our ways, right? So I read about this in my book too as well. There's a study that looked at females, 91,000 females, and they looked at a group that consumed 1 sugary beverage per day versus a group that consumed 1 sugary beverage per month. So 1 a day, 1 a month. The group that consumed 1 a day, their risk of type 2 diabetes rose by 83%. 83% jump. So if you're drinking pop and liquid candy and just sugary beverages all throughout the day, your risk for developing type 2 diabetes goes up dramatically, okay? All right, guys, reason number 3 is cancer, all right? Now, I'm not gonna say that sugar causes cancer, all right? I'm not sure that that's the case or it feeds cancer. I do know that it's the chronically elevated insulin that is the driver for cancer. But not only that, it's the consequence, the other things, the other risk factors. So for example, and I'll talk about this shortly, is that obesity and being overweight and abdominal, visceral belly fat, those are risk factors for cancer. Diabetes is a risk factor for cancer. So it's these other little things, insulin resistant, it's these other things that is the driver for more cancer, and our cancer rates every single year that passes go up and up and up, okay? All right, number 4, inflammation, right? And this is an underlying root cause for so many different health challenges. And I know that in my clinics, everybody that's coming through my doors, it's too much inflammation. Okay, the standard American diet is very processed, it's very inflammatory, it's very toxic. Too much sugar, too many things that turn to sugar, and that just drives that inflammation. So inflammation, if you have any sort of itises, tendinitis, bursitis, arthritis, plantar fasciitis, right, gastritis, any sort of itis, right, that is inflammation. We have to, and we know that sugar is a driver of inflammation, so we have to bring that inflammation down. And when we do that, people start to feel better. Aches and pains go away. Doc, my headaches are gone. My neck pain is much better. We must reduce the amount of sugar that we consume on a daily basis. All right, guys, reason number 5 is sugar makes you fat. just does. And I wish I could say, my mom and my dad, okay, and then these are the reasons why I make these videos, is that my mom passed away at the age of 61 from heart disease. My dad just recently, a couple months ago, passed away of cancer, 2 types of cancer. He was consuming M&Ms. She was the same way. She would have a bag of M&Ms for supper, right? She was severely addicted to sugar. And you guys, I'm not sure if you've heard this, 94% of rats prefer sugar over cocaine. It is that addictive, right? So 94%. So sugar, right, makes you overweight or obese, because if you're consuming all this excess sugar and you're not burning it off through strenuous activity and exercise every single day, it gets stored. It gets stored as fat: tummy, hips, thighs, triceps, and face. That's where your body abnormally stores the excess sugar, and then also carbohydrates. So if you're used to the pizza and the spaghetti, your supper every night is pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, heavy carbohydrate foods, all that is being stored unless you're running sprints right after supper. You're like, I'm not doing dessert, I'm gonna go run my sprints so I can burn this stuff off. Does that make sense? So we must change our ways. We have to reduce the amount of sugar that we're consuming on a daily basis. All right, guys, as always, make sure you subscribe, make sure you ring the bell, okay? And sharing is caring. Who do you know suffering from some sort of itis? Okay, who do you know struggling with weight loss resistance? They've tried everything. They're having a hard time not only losing the weight, they're having a hard time keeping it off long term, right? Who do you know? Guys, this is my book, right? It's called The Manny Method. Right? This is transforming lives. This is what we use in our clinics to help sick people get well. Just go to drmanny.com. That's the easiest way to get a hold of this thing. And we're transforming lives. Everything from getting people to lose weight to reducing the inflammation in the body, aches and pains, joint pain, back pain, neck pain, headaches, brain fog. Who do you know that's struggling with brain fog? Everything, you're just forgetful. You're just not functioning like you used to, right? Who's aging faster, right? That's who we're looking to help with this approach, and this Manny Method works phenomenal. Been using it with patients for over a decade at this point. And one of the main foundations is just let's reduce the sugar. So, all right, guys, hope you found value. If you did, please share. And if you have any questions, as always, feel free to throw them in the comment section. And we'll see you next time. Talk to you soon.